Imagine a 25-year-old NRL powerhouse, mid-game for his beloved Tonga, suddenly crumpling to the turf not from a brutal tackle, but from his own body betraying him in the most terrifying way. Seizures rip through him on the sideline, oxygen mask clamped over his face, as medics scramble in panic. This isn't some Hollywood drama, this is Eli Katoa, the Melbourne Storm's Dally M second rower of the year, fighting for his life after 3 vicious head knocks in just 90 minutes. 1 in warm-up, 2 more in the fury of battle against New Zealand. Rushed to Auckland's emergency ward, scalp shaved, drill in hand they cut into his skull to drain a brain bleed that could have ended everything. What if this was the hit that silenced one of rugby league's rising stars forever? Hang on, because Eli's not done fighting, and his story's about to twist in ways that'll leave you breathless. From the sterile glare of hospital lights to the warmth of home soil, Eli Katoa's journey back from the brink unfolds like a warrior's epic, laced with raw vulnerability that hits harder than any state of origin clash. Picture this, just weeks ago, he's the heartbeat of the Storm's pack, charging through defenses with that Tongan fire in his veins, a 2025 Grand Final hero who's already etched his name in premiership lore. But November's Pacific Championships turn nightmare clashing heads with teammate Lehigh Hopwood in pre-game drills, cleared to play despite the fog settling in his skull. Then, bam, another impact early in the match and another, each one a silent assassin chipping away at his future. By halftime, the seizures hit like thunder, body convulsing, world blurring to black. Emergency surgery follows, surgeons peeling back skin, boring into bone to release the pressure, blood that shouldn't be there spilling out like a dam breaking. Ruled out for all of 2026, the NRL's investigation into Tonga's protocols hangs like a storm cloud, whispers of protocol failures echoing through the league. Yet here he is, posting from his Melbourne bedroom, recovery going well under the Storm's watchful medics. But wait, what's this? Amid the beeps and bandages, a figure emerges as his unbreakable anchor, one whose quiet strength might just rewrite his entire comeback tale. You won't believe the lengths she went to. Eli's partner, Tuitofa, steps into the spotlight not as a sideline cheerleader, but as the fierce guardian who dropped everything to bridge oceans in his darkest hour. While Eli lay wired to machines in a foreign ICU, half a world away in New Zealand, Tuitofa wasn't content with video calls or prayers from afar. She boarded the first flight out, landing amid the chaos to hold his hand through the haze of painkillers and uncertainty. Imagine the scene, her arriving bleary-eyed at his bedside, the man she loves unrecognizable with his head swathed in gauze, monitors beeping like accusatory heartbeats. She fed him bites of hospital slop when his hand shook too much, whispered Tongan lullabies to chase away the surgical fog, even snapped those raw, shaved head selfies he later shared confronting proof of the battle scars that no helmet can hide. In his Instagram outpouring, Eli doesn't mince words. She's his amazing rock, the one who turned a sterile room into a sanctuary, reminding him that love isn't just words, it's showing up when the world spins out of control. Teammates flood the comments. Ryan Papenwizen, fresh from his own injury wars, drops health is wealth, king, but it's Tuitofa's unspoken heroism that steals the show, a testament to the unsung partners who stitch our warriors back together. And just when you think her role ends at the hospital doors, Eli drops a bombshell that ties her devotion straight to his gridiron dreams. Could this be the spark that reignites his fire? But hold up, Eli's not wallowing in what-ifs, he's channeling the Tongan spirit into a vow that echoes across the league like a war cry. In God's timing, I'll be back soon, he tells Storm Nation, those 4 words a defiant middle finger to doubt, laced with faith that silenced the doubters who whispered retirement. Fans who packed AAMI Park just months ago, roaring as he bulldozed Broncos in the decider, now hold their breath. Will the kid from Tonga's humble fields lace up again, or has the bleed stolen his thunder forever? The Storm rally around him, salary cap relief a cold comfort for losing their 2025 enforcer, while Nelson Azofa-Salamona and Jonah Pezet's absences pile on the pain. Yet Eli's eyes? Fixed on 2027, rehab a daily grind of scans and sweat, every step a surprise victory over the odds. He thanks the club, the prayers, even Tonga no blame, just grace turning potential poison into purpose. And here's the gut punch, those hospital pics aren't defeat, they're his battle flag, shared to humanize the hidden toll of the tackles we glorify. As the NRL's pro blooms, findings sealed in sensitivity, one question burns: will Eli's return be the league's redemption arc, or a cautionary tale that changes the game forever? Welcome to Aussie NRL Update, where the hits keep coming harder than a Cameron Smith Grubber smash. That subscribe for the rawest league lowdowns down under. Eli's saga isn't over, it's just heating up, a reminder that behind every jersey is a heartbeat fighting to beat the break. From brain bleeds to unbreakable bonds, this is rugby league at its most real glory, forged in the fire of fragility. Tuitofa's love, the Storm's solidarity, Eli's unyielding hope, they weave a tapestry that tugs at every footy fan's soul. Picture him charging back, thunder in his step, silencing the skeptics with a try that shakes the posts. But until then, we watch, we wait, hearts pounding like kickoff drums. What's next for this Tongan Titan? Only time and maybe a miracle will tell. Stick with Aussie NRL Update for the scoops that score, because in this league, every comeback's a cliffhanger. Who's ready for Eli's encore? Drop your thoughts below. Will he storm back stronger? Hit like if his story fired you up, share if it hit home, and subscribe to never miss the next twist in the tackle. Aussie NRL update: keeping the purple rain alive, one update at a time. Let's fast forward a few weeks and drop the biggest surprise yet. Eli Katoa just walked, unaided, into Melbourne's AAMI Park training facility for the first time since the bleed, and the entire Storm squad lost their minds. Cameras weren't allowed inside, but one leaked 10-second clip shows him striding through the corridor in a hoodie, shaved head, now sporting a fresh fade, grinning like a kid who's been told Christmas came early. Ryan Papenhuyzen sprints over, nearly tackles him in celebration, then remembers the skull and pulls up short for the most awkward bro hug in league history. Trainers wipe tears. Craig Bellamy stands in the doorway with arms folded, trying to look grumpy but failing miserably. Whispers start flying. The neurosurgeon's latest scans came back cleaner than anyone dared hope. The swelling is almost gone, the hematoma fully resolved, and the only thing left is rebuilding the engine of a man who used to run 200 meters a game like it was a warm-up. Doctors still won't clear contact until mid-2026 at the earliest, but this unannounced visit wasn't just a morale boost, it was Eli planting his flag and screaming to the world, "I'm not a patient anymore, I'm a footballer on pause." And if you thought the comeback talk was loud before, buckle up, because the countdown just got real. Now zoom out to the bigger storm brewing. The NRL's independent investigation into Tonga's concussion management that night in Auckland is about to land like a Joseph Suaalii shoulder charge. Sources close to the review say the findings are damning: multiple failures in the HIA process, the warm-up knock missed entirely, the second and third impacts not properly assessed, and Eli cleared to return when he was already showing symptoms. Tonga's medical staff could face sanctions, the Pacific Championships organizers are sweating, and the NRL is quietly preparing to roll out mandatory sideline CT scanners for international fixtures next year. But here's the twist nobody saw coming: Eli himself has refused to throw a single punch at Tonga. In private messages leaked to a mate, he wrote, "They did what they thought was right with what they had. I don't want heads to roll, I want heads protected." That single sentence has turned him from victim to statesman overnight. Clubs are already reaching out to his management asking if he'd consult on new protocols when he's fully fit. The kid who almost lost everything might end up saving the next generation from the same fate. How's that for turning a brain bleed into a brain trust? And the final gut punch that'll keep you glued to your phone for the next 12 months. Eli's inner circle let slip one more bombshell this week. Tuitofa, the woman who flew across the Tasman with nothing but hand luggage and unbreakable will, is now training to become a qualified sports physiotherapist, specialising in post-concussion rehab. She's enrolled at Victoria University, studying part-time while still being Eli's full-time rock, because she refuses to ever again watch the man she loves carried off on a stretcher without understanding every single medical decision being made. When Eli eventually steps back onto the paddock, the loudest voice in his ear won't be Bellamy or the crowd, it'll be the woman who learned neurology so she could protect his brain